Daniel Clay Cochran. Clay was a dark-eyed, curly-headed brother tucked between one older and two younger sisters. He rode a tricycle and was able to climb tall buildings, as we'll see when we see them in just a moment. No, tall playground slides by 18 months of age before he was able to talk, which I think was very telling.
He made up for that, though.
Yeah. He's totally made up. This is his lovely family, and help me identify people by name. Who is this dashing fellow? Going on with the 80s do here.
Yeah. Flock of seagulls.
Flock of seagulls. That's what we're looking for.
He made up for that one, too.
Yeah.
This is my little sister Laura. It's my older sister Danya. My beautiful mom
Yes.
Deborah. Rachel. And my dad.
Thank you. Clay was boy enough to irritate all of his sisters, and as I said, was able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. He adopted this Western pose, which he's brought with him to North Carolina from the Colorado area.
So I married a rancher's daughter. I was
That'll do it. And I'm really digging the Errol Flynn. Right, this cross between Errol Flynn and Buckaroo.
Matt likes it.
Clay loves the outdoors, enjoys hunting, fishing, gathering firewood in the Rocky Mountains. He's been interested throughout the years in everything from cowboys to G.I. Joe to Star Wars to skateboards and karate. He loved football from an early age and began playing from the 5th grade through high school. As evidenced here, he shows a lot of confidence, a lot of self-confidence, optimism, friendliness, and, as we know, a willingness to work hard. He also sang in the, how do you pronounce this, Berthoud? Berthoud. High school show choir, which is that equivalent of the Glee Club, I guess. So which character would you be here? Is that
It takes a lot of men. I'm telling you.
Yeah. Or is that Kurt? Is that Puck or Kurt? Nobody gets this.
I don't watch Glee, Dr. Miller.
That's going to be great.
And also rocking some big shoulder pads here. What position did you play?
Center and linebacker.
Center and linebacker. Great. Clay then attended Oklahoma Christian University from 1995 to 2000. He majored in biochemistry. He too was the recipient of numerous accolades and awards, including the OCU Academic Scholarship, the Hewlett-Packard Academic Scholarship. He was the OCU Student Senate class representative. He was a member of the Sigma Chi Social Service Club. And he also participated in varsity track and field and was a letterman and a medalist. He had some significant undergraduate research experience. Early on, he was investigating the genetic source of enterococcal resistance to gentamicin. He subsequently spent some time investigating the role of cytokine PPRF gamma during the course of sepsis. Later, he investigated several different intraocular pathogens producing diseases of both the retina and the globe. And this led to multiple abstracts and presentations as an undergraduate. And these are those publications, which is quite impressive for an undergraduate. He subsequently matriculated into the Oklahoma University College of Medicine in 2002. There, he was the recipient of the General Surgery Summer Research Scholarship. He was the co-founder and vice president of the Oklahoma University Surgery Interest Group. He also was the recipient of the College of Medicine Dean's Scholarship. He was vice president also of the orthopedic surgery interest group, and initially had an interest in going to neurosurgery, orthopedic surgery, until really the end of the third year, when he really had an epiphany while on the neuroscience service. He was also the 2006 College of Medicine Student Council representative and won the 2005 International Medical Student Scholarship. Now tell me how that worked when you get up.
Okay.
During this time, Clay continued to periodically work private and commercial jobs in remodeling homes, new construction, campus carpentry, and this was a picture that he had somebody take just before he met Mindy, because he really wanted to impress her. We're kind of talking it in here. No, it was really quite impressive. During this time, he also worked as a nurse technician doing EKGs, phlebotomy, CPR, patient transport, and supply stocking. And then he was also a property manager. Leased a couple of homes and managed one or two homes with occupants, and did all this while he was at school. Pretty independent from your parents by the time you started medical school. Is that right?
Yeah.
Quite impressive.
Charged me $10,000 for that shed.
Oh, that's what I did. That was room and board, man.
As I said, at the end of Clay's third year, while on the neuroscience service, he really had a change of heart and decided neurosurgery was for him. In spite of coming to it late, he had some very good letters. Dr. Gummerlock remarked, "Clay is an enthusiastic, energetic student with a strong desire to learn. His interest in neurosurgery has grown over the course of time, and it definitely now appears solid. I strongly recommend him for consideration in your program." Dr. Ali. Clay has a very inquisitive mind. He has an outstanding ability to assimilate and integrate information. His evaluators found him to be compassionate and thorough with good attention to details. He's an extremely well-rounded young man. And then Ken Winston says of him, "Clay was a very diligent and hard worker. When on our service, he arrived early and volunteered to stay late for surgical cases on multiple occasions. His technical skills in the OR are superior compared to other medical students and even some of the more junior house officers. His general fund of medical knowledge was excellent. I tend to ask questions regarding anatomy, and his knowledge in this area was quite good. He got along well with everyone and consistently showed enthusiasm." Clay came to our department in July of 2009, and Dr. Wilson kind of explained those circumstances earlier, and has been a terrific fit in our program. He's just blossomed. He's continued to acquire surgical skills, and it really has been, as always, a pleasure for me to see residents come to this time as chief residents and see the maturation of their surgical and professional and personal skills. And Clay and Kwame are no exception. He produced a very impressive paper on the effects of targeted agents on outcomes after gamma knife radiosurgery for patients with renal cell metastases that was published recently in the Journal of Neurosurgery, and had a very significant impact. And we all, as always, expect continued growth professionally and personally, and would like to see your affiliation with the University of Oklahoma allow you to thrive as a teacher, because I think you're an excellent teacher, and I'd like to see you continue in that path. So we're all very proud of you, and come up and grab your certificate while you can. Congratulations.
Great, appreciate it.
floor is yours.
Thanks. Well, the last thing I'll do is make this lengthy.
It always starts that way.
I don't know how to thank you all for your opening your hearts and your service and your gracious acceptance of me as an outsider. When I first came here, I remember thinking how intimidating it was to come to a program of this stature. I remember being very excited, but I remember how intimidating that was. I was really scared. But you all made me feel very welcome early on, and you opened your hearts and you opened your abilities and your skills, and you brought me in, and I can't thank you enough for that. I can't thank my parents enough for their patience and guidance. They instilled in me, which I stepped away from for some time, and then I've come back to, which is something that I do value. It's something that I want in my life, and I appreciate Kwame. He's truly an inspiration in that regard, and for me, I look up to you for that. I always have, and in the spirit of keeping things relatively short, I guess there's probably one word description that best describes what I've learned from each of the attendings. See if I can keep this straight. Put some thought into this, but Dr. Wilson, I've learned fearlessness from you. You're a true warrior when it comes to the OR, and interestingly, our conversations lately have been about it's okay to step back and rethink things, but trusting in your abilities, trusting in your training to do what's right and best for people. I've learned that from you, and I appreciate that. Dr. Sweezy, from you I've learned to be cautious, to be careful, and to be thoughtful, and to be prudent in what we do in the OR, but that you can do that at the same time as being efficient, which is what I've learned from Dr. Branch. His ability to teach you not only how to operate, but how to operate efficiently, and how important that is in patient care and them doing well is very important. Dr. Tatter, you have learned patience. You've taught me to that despite whatever the scenario may be, as horrible as things may seem, that being calm, collected, and thoughtful is always the best answer for the patient. I appreciate that. And Dr. Ellis, you've taught me a tremendous amount, more than one word that you've taught me. Your ability to handle what you've handled this last year and a half is more amazing than anything I think anybody in this room can begin to understand, and your passion for teaching is what I most fondly respect from you. Nobody in this department is as passionate about teaching as you are, and I hope to be as good a teacher as you are someday, and I hope to have that opportunity. Dr. Jandua, from you I've learned the ability to be very artful. You are the most artistic individual I've known, which in surgery is just a tremendous thing. You have a heart, a passion for things being beautiful, for things being just so. You taught me the finest microsurgical skill that anybody has taught. You have tremendous hands, and I've learned to be patient in doing surgery from you. Dedication, I've learned from you, Dr. Cochran. The ability to truly seek out every detail, to not leave any stone unturned is an important part of patient care, and I thank you for that. Dr. Kelly, your experience is what I value most from you, the things you've been able to teach us. I know things have been rough this year, and I miss our times meeting. I miss the opportunities we had to sit down with you on Wednesday mornings, but it's truly a special time. The historical perspective you provide is tremendous. Dr. Powers, there you from you, I've learned finesse. You taught me how to put in pedicle screws, thoracic pedicle screws, and that ain't easy. And the consistency with which you've taught me that is that particular thing, but also in patient management and caring for patients both in and out of the OR. You're a smooth character, and you're a very dedicated individual, and that's tremendous. All of you are wonderful family men. All of you show how to balance that, and if I can come close to striking that balance that you've taught me, I will be a better individual. I'll be successful. I love my wife. She's been very, very patient with me, and I look forward to getting back with her and starting our life anew. It's been a tough road. Thank you. Thank you the most. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.